You ever hear one of those stories about a side project that just completely takes off and changes everything for a major technology? Well, that's exactly what we're digging into today. It's the story of an unsung hero in the database world, a real dark horse that helped build an empire. So let's get into it, how a simple little tool unlocked one of the world's most powerful databases for everyone.
And yeah, that's really the heart of it. You see, for the absolute powerhouse database that is PostgreSQL, one of its greatest heroes wasn't some flashy new feature or a big corporate sponsor. Nope, it was a simple, visual tool that completely changed its destiny. All right, to really appreciate this, we got to take a trip back in time. Picture it, the late 1990s. We're in a world pretty much dominated by text on a black screen, where having serious technological power meant you had to deal with some serious complexity. And this really shows you the problem perfectly. On one side, you have PostgreSQL, this amazing, super robust open-source database. But to actually use the thing, you had to dive into this intimidating text-only command line. We're talking memorizing cryptic commands, getting the syntax just right, just for basic stuff. It was like this giant wall was built around it, making it a tool that was really only for the specialists, the hardcore developers. But you know, out of all that frustration, something new started to bubble up. And it didn't come from some big company with a massive R&D budget. It was way more personal than that. It was a solution that was literally born from a hobby.
That's the thing. The tool that would change the whole game, pgAdmin, was started by just a small group of developers. This was a passion project, something they built in their spare time, mostly because they wanted to solve a problem that was bugging them personally.
I mean, this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The original goal wasn't to build an empire or get rich. It was just one developer thinking, man, there has to be a better way to do this, something I can actually see. And that one simple, user-focused thought, well, it planted the seed for something absolutely enormous.
And the impact? Oh, it was huge, absolutely revolutionary. It wasn't just another tool, it was like someone finally handed out the keys to the kingdom. It basically democratized the whole database.
So you're probably wondering, who exactly started using it? Well, look at this. All of a sudden, you've got students who are just learning this stuff, you've got data analysts who needed to get information but weren't command line wizards, and you've got these scrappy startups that needed a powerful database without a huge price tag. They could all just jump right in. The floodgates were officially open.
So here's the crucial point. pgAdmin dropped the barrier to entry so low that it totally transformed PostgreSQL's entire identity. It went from being this exclusive club for specialists and turned into a database that pretty much anyone could learn. That accessibility became the rocket fuel for its explosive growth. Okay, but the story is far from over. I mean, pgAdmin didn't just pop up and then stay the same forever. It actually grew up and evolved right alongside the very community it helped to create. It's pretty cool to see how this cornerstone just kept building and adapting.
You can kind of see its whole life story right here. It kicked off with the early versions, pgAdmin I and II, which laid down the basic foundation. Then came pgAdmin 3, and that was the big one. It became the rock-solid go-to standard for years. If you used Postgres, you used pgAdmin 3. And now, we're in the modern era with pgAdmin 4, a total rewrite for the web, proving it's still adapting to what today's developers really need.
I just love this quote because it hits the nail on the head. pgAdmin was never about being the flashiest thing out there. It wasn't trying to be cool. It was about being reliable, functional, essential. And more than that, it gave this super complex, powerful technology a friendly, understandable, well, a human face.
So when you step back and look at the whole picture, you see this incredible legacy. That little hobby project, that side gig, it became an absolutely indispensable part of the entire ecosystem.
And you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at the facts. Today, pgAdmin comes packed right in with the official PostgreSQL installers. It's used by literally millions of people all around the world. And maybe the best part? It stayed true to its roots. It's still open source, still driven by that same volunteer heart that got it started in the first place. So what's the big lesson in all of this? I think it's that having a powerful idea or a powerful technology is really only half the battle. The tools that make that technology accessible, the things that make it usable for everyday people, they're just as important, maybe even more so. The story of pgAdmin is pretty much the ultimate proof of that. And that really leaves us with a fascinating question to think about, doesn't it? When you look around at all the small, passionate projects being built right now in people's spare time, which one of them is the next pgAdmin? Which one is quietly on its way to becoming tomorrow's essential tool that we don't even see coming yet?